Okay, this is part 2 of your guys' notes for Algebra 1A and Algebra 1 over the whole entire Get Ready section for Chapter 1. We're going to review over the GCF, or the greatest common factor. Remember that GCF is just shorthand for greatest common factor. And our directions are to find the GCF of each set of numbers. And I do want you guys writing out all of this. Okay, so everything I have on this paper, I want you to write. Our example is 9 and 3. That is our first example. Our first example is 9 and 3. So I want to find the GCF, or the greatest common factor, of 9 and 3. So the very first thing I need to do is I need to list the factors of 9 and 3. So what are the factors of 9 and 3? Of 9, let's start off with 9. We have 1, 3, and 9. What are the factors of 3? 1, and 3. Notice on 9, there's only 3 of these. Well, how's that possible? Because 1 times 9 is 9, right? And isn't 3 times 3 9? So shouldn't we put another 3 over here? No, you shouldn't, because there's only technically 1 3, right? We don't need to write out the number twice. We don't need to be redundant. Redundant means repeating itself, correct? So we only need to write out that 3 once. So what are the common factors of 9 and 3? Well, the common factors of 9 and 3 are 1 and 3. But that's not what the direction says. The directions ask you, what is the greatest common factor of 9 and 3? Well, the greatest common factor of 9 and 3 is 3. The greatest common factor of 9 and 3 is 3. Okay, so the next example I want you guys to do on your own. So go ahead and write it out. The example is 12 and 18. So what I want you to do right now is to pause the video and work this problem out yourself. Do it exactly how we did the previous example of 9 and 3. First find the factors of 12, then find the factors of 18, and then tell me what the greatest common factor is. Once you get done with that, then restart the video. All right, assuming that you have worked this problem out by yourselves, let's see if you're correct. Let's see if you're correct. Well, the factors of 12. What are the factors of 12? 1 times 12 is 12. 2 times 6 is 12. 3 times 4 is 12. What are the factors of 18? 1 times 18 is 18. 2 times 9 is 18. And 3 times 6 is 18. So I did go ahead and list the common factors. The common factors that these guys have in common are 1, 2, 3, and 6. However, the directions do not ask me what the common factors are. The directions ask me to find the greatest common factor. And what is the greatest common factor? 6. The greatest common factor of 12 and 18 is 6. The most common mistake that I find when kids are finding the GCF of numbers is they forget that 1 goes into everything, and it goes into everything 1 in itself, correct? A lot of kids forget that 1 is a factor of everything. So keep that in mind when you guys are working on homework, because there is one problem on there that it might throw you off if you forget that 1 goes into everything. And this is exactly how I expect to see your homework. I expect you to write down the factors of 12, the factors of 18, and I don't care if you put the common factors, but I do care that you tell me that the GCF is 6, okay? There is another way of going about finding common factors and the GCF, but honestly, it's a little bit more difficult and a little bit more advanced. And this may take a little bit more time, but it is the tree method, the factor tree, is a nice way of doing it, but sometimes I think kids forget that way, and this way is the way that pops in their mind. All right, so I need you to stop this video and go on to the next video. And remember that all these notes need to be in your notes behind your vocabulary. Thank you.